Hi guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome back to another episode of Building Our Van in 90 Days.
In this episode, we're going to be installing the roof vent.
Which means cutting a massive hole in the roof.
What makes this episode different is we're not doing it like all the traditional van builders do. We're not building a wooden frame. We're going to do something different, something stronger and more durable.
You know how there is no success without failure, right? Well, in this episode we have both.
We're Kiara and Rob. Since 2020, we've been traveling full-time around the world, wandering and living across Australia in 4 different vehicles. But now, we're buying our biggest van yet and building it ourselves. The only problem, we're not professional builders.
But after years of nomadic life, we know exactly what we want, and we're taking you through the entire process, which includes the wins, the mistakes, the budget struggles, and hopefully an epic build by the end of it.
So subscribe to follow the journey and maybe give us some help along the way.
Do you think we can actually pull it off in 90 days? I found a very cool way of measuring exactly where the center is, where the fan is going to go, because it has to be very, very precise. And I'm gonna show you how it's done. Okay, so this is my engineering, okay? I cut the template of the inside of the fan, which is the hole we're gonna make. I found the center. This is gonna be our reference from when we go on the roof. How does it work? Let's say we want it here, okay? So then we're gonna take the drill a hole here through the center, go all the way through the roof. When we go on top of the roof, we already have the center. We're gonna put again the same template on top, put the tape, and cut the hole.
Okay.
Where do we want the fan?
This is actually a really good idea. I didn't understand it in the beginning. I was like pretending I understood it. But you know, you get to really see where the space is and where the fan is going to be from inside, because that's what really matters at the end of the day, not outside. And it's hard to see all these ribs from on top, and I think everyone starts from the top, but it's easier to start from the bottom and just make your center, shall we?
Yes.
Maybe. All right, safety first. All right, there.
Maybe close your mouth.
Just moved. It's a hole! You can see it. Okay, there's no turning back now. Another cool trick that we saw, placing a bag in order to catch all the metal filaments that will fall from cutting the roof.
Because you gotta work smarter, not harder.
Not harder. We're on top of the roof now.
You got the center, right? Isn't it smart?
It is smart. It's a good idea.
Meanwhile, we only have 35 minutes of daylight left. And we decided to cut the roof now. The weather has been so crap lately that every hour that we have without rain is a blessing. So we have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. First, I want to make a little hole in the corner with a step drill bit, because I want the hole bigger than the actual jigsaw cutter, right? Perfect. I made the first hole a bit too off-centered, but I'll fix it.
Woo! Oh my god!
What a race against time. Look at the sun. It's just about to go.
I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my gosh, I stink so much. Alright, it's a brand new day. We woke up with this hole in the roof. We are battling with the weather again because look what's coming.
So we're going to file the van because the edges are very sharp. We should probably see if the fan fits.
Yeah.
The fan fits the van. Yeah.
Moment of truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes this way. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna fall inside the roof. Why is it not going? No, it doesn't fit. So I'm going to put a marker here along the edge of the tape, and then we're going to file it to see until we basically erase the marker. Let's try it. Oh gosh, it's missing like half a mil. Okay, attempt number 3. It's still biting. Attempt number 4.
Now put it to your left.
It's sanding time. I gave up on the file. Attempt number 50,000. Still biting a bit. All right, try it again. Ah. Bueno, coño, mierda. Still bloody. One more time. Ah, now she's good. That was a lot easier. So, Kiara is applying some primer to a Q-tip, and we're just gonna roll the Q-tip because we're very frugal people. No, it's just a lot neater job to roll the Q-tip.
Just has to go on the bare metal, really.
All right, Chell, it's starting to rain. That's nature's way of telling us we're done. So what I want to do is create a bracket for the fan that runs this way and this way. And the bracket will connect, will have an angle that will be screwed on to the actual rib structure. Rather than having the plywood normally people do that just run across a frame, because this flexes a lot. You can see how much. That's no good. So having a frame is actually, I don't see the advantage really. There's like a slight angle here. And in order to find the angle, I've sort of made up a scribe. And so I have to scribe an angle on here so that I can find exactly at what angle I'm working with. So I'll just square that off and then find that angle so I can bend the metal that'll have the aluminum flat bar, and that'll be flush against the ribs. So this is the workshop that we're at. I actually haven't showed you. We scored this workshop by house sitting. It has a thicknesser. Just like the tools that in here are endless. This is like Willy Wonka's tool factory. It's amazing. So we're gonna, I found a vise and I'm gonna try to bend the metal with the vise. So I've got my angle. This was a practice run. Looks pretty good. That's pretty good. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? And we have reached the holy grail of fitting. It's awesome. I like it. It's perfect.
Yeah, but I just want to mount it on. It's taking forever.
Okay. Hello, hello. So we just moved the van back from the garage and we looked under the van. There was a bit of a leak. We just bought the van. It's already leaking. There it is. So I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm gonna have a look, try and show you guys what it could be. If there's any mechanic out there that can give me a good insight, leave a comment below, because I'm a chef, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
If you're a mechanic, expert in Ford, even better.
Yeah. We're getting the van super dirty, going in and out. So we devised a solution. Instead of throwing away that big liner we have, we cleaned it, cut it with the angle grinder so that it fits perfectly.
And now we put him back on.
Inside.
Now we can work in with shoes. The weather is amazing, so we're taking the most of these hours of sun. Yeah, the birds agree too. Rob ended up making a bracket. He made two. They're pretty much the same. We measured it. He even made the double curve for that lip around the rib. And so yeah, now it's time to drill it. The first step is to pre-drill the holes where the screws are gonna go. Using like self-tapping screws and all those things that eventually I found they end up coming out and loosening over time. I've gone with riv nuts. So these are bolts, M5 bolts, that you basically will have to pre-drill and clamp down so they sandwich together and creating a permanent seal so that you can Loctite the bolt, will never come off. We're gonna pre-drill into the holes first. Okay, we have a problem. I need to mark this hole, and it's okay because I'll mark it from the top. But how can I mark this hole in order to drill a hole here to fit the riv nut? So what I thought, that's my engineering again. I put a tape here, this one, and I mark the first hole and the second hole, and then I stack it to the bracket. So in this way we have the two holes. Let's see if the engineering works.
Nice.
Works?
Very good.
Yes. I'm sure there's a clever method to do it, but whatever, it works.
That's perfect actually, babe. Good job.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, we are ready to prep. We are going to put the butyl tape.
The butyl tape is a waterproof sealing tape.
So we're gonna apply it on the brackets that we prepared because it's a job that needs time, patience,
And skill.
Well, we got the skill now, but we don't have time and patience right now because it's about to get dark. Now, we are beginners, but we've been doing a lot of research around these things. So it's our first time, but we spent endless amount of hours researching and see what's the best thing to do.
We have 5 other camper vans that we converted.
Yeah. They were all different setups, all different conversions.
Yeah.
So from each one of them, we kind of learned something. Like Rob did 7 months in locksmith, so he learned how to weld metal, and that's why he wants everything metal. So yeah, hopefully we can share knowledge, you know. So we're not expert, and
we're not stupid either.
We're not stupid either. Yeah, that's right. Let's see until the next failure.
So how's it gonna work?
Okay, we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna put the tape. Then you go on top.
I'll put the bolt through.
That pierce through the tape, so I know exactly where to align it.
Okay.
Hey, what do you reckon? Yeah, you agree? Someone is getting very tame. Hey, she's Polly.
So we are on like Donkey Kong. We're just gonna put the riv nuts in where they fit. I'm choosing to self-level butyl tape and compress them together with a leveling stick because I found that over a few years the self-leveling paste or whatever that you can buy isn't very UV stabilized from those companies that renovate camper vans. They often find that it's the first thing to go. It causes leaks and a lot of problems. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the fan on top and see how much it compresses. Put polyurethane around the edges of the border because also the butyl tape is not UV stabilized. So Chiara's gonna pierce through from inside.
I can take off the rib nut here, right?
A nail so we can line up the holes. I'm gonna wrap a little bit of butyl tape around the heads of the bolts and it'll be a waterproof fitting. The pre-drilled holes in the fan are actually countersunk. And with this countersunk screw, I think it'll be perfect. Wow, what a effort.
What a effort. We screwed it in. We almost screwed up.
We didn't, for some reason the fan frame doesn't align with the holes that we had pre-drilled. I don't know what happened, but...
So we couldn't use the rib nut, basically.
We used self-tapping M5 bolts instead, and yeah, that was the solution.
Now we're gonna put the Sikaflex around and call it a day.
Yeah, this is the most satisfying part. Along the edges. Ah, yes.
Nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth. Now?
Icing for cake.
Maybe. Look at this. Now it's nice and... Oh, that is so satisfying. Now it's time for the thunderstorm test.
That's a little drizzle.
Oh shit, there's water.
Far out.
There's a lot of water.
Damn.
I wonder where it's coming from. On the side.
Oh.
It's actually not us. It's not our installation. It's actually the cover. I sprayed sideways. And you can see, I lifted the cover, you can see all the water collecting. So the water went in, up, and around.
Oh, okay. That means that if we take it to the car wash and we spray water, that water will go inside.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's why it's $200 fan. Sikaflex, fix everything.
Yeah. Sikaflex. The Italians are laughing because you know what fika means.
Or you can Google it.
Yeah. Really quickly, I want to show you what went wrong with this design. When the hood drops, this plastic is supposed to make contact with the seal, but it doesn't. There's like a 1.5 millimeter gap, so that water was allowed to enter and come through the van. I obviously don't want to return it because I've already installed it. But what I'm going to do is install I've cut 2 strips of EPDM rubber, so it's for waterproofing. When the rubber meets the rubber, it's a better seal rather than plastic hitting rubber. This rubber is 1.5 mil. I've cut it. I just bought a roll of tape. I'm going to glue it on with silicone, and that should be it. So that's it. She's all good. We just fixed it on the screws. I'm really happy with the way the brackets turned out. It looks really professional.
Yeah, so the water leak was not our fault and it's great. Good job.
Good job.
Now, see you next week for the next episode, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
We're gonna install a secret compartment that's inside all transit vans.
And the roof rack.
That's right, the roof racks.
We're gonna tackle our DIY
Yeah.
roof racks because we have a lot of solar panels to put on.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make our own, of course.
I'm super excited with the design. So
See you next week.
see you next week.
Ciao.